Hi,
Hey,
Daryl.
how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. It's very nice to talk to you. You and I have actually had two conversations before on the phone, but we've never done the video thing. So it's nice to see you too.
Yeah, same here.
Congratulations on the new album coming out.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really, really happy with it. I mean, we had such fun making it, and I'm really proud of it. I think it's really, really good.
Well, I hope so. In
You
this
haven't
day and
heard
age, you better
it?
put out something that you really enjoy, right?
That's right. And that's the first step.
Could you imagine if you did a whole tour and you're like, yeah, this is rubbish? That would never work.
Think I haven't done that?
So it's your first solo album in 13 years. Why did we wait so long for this to happen?
I just had a lot of things going on. I did some false starts. Uh, Uh, I, my work is pretty autobiographical, and I had some false starts because I didn't like what I was writing about, and so I basically did a whole album about right before the pandemic, and about 6 years ago, something like that. And I just didn't I didn't like what I was doing, so I walked away from it and busied myself with stage work. And then I went down to I have a house in Bahamas, and Dave Stewart, my friend Dave, has a house in Bahamas as well. And we said, why don't we make a record together? Because we've worked so many times together, uh, and we just went for it. And the project lasted over a 2 year period.
Did you make it go longer, you think, because you were having so much fun? You're like, why would we stop doing this? This is great.
Well, with other commitments and whatever, and I was doing a lot of touring, still am really. We did a month, and then we did a whole year went by. This was the month of January in a couple of years ago, and then we resumed it the following January. So that's how it worked. We had a whole year hiatus with it, and then finished it up this year.
I'm sure there's more songs that didn't make it onto the album D. Are we going to eventually hear those one day?
Not that much didn't make it. We had
Okay.
a couple false starts, but we wrote it all on most of the album was written on the spot. I had a couple songs that were left over, but yeah, most of it was just written there, and we liked what we had, and that's what we stuck out there.
Do you think that the Bahamas had an influence on the music that you were putting out?
I think the feeling of that place, which I am, I've had a house there for years, and I think that feeling, yeah, you can't escape that. It's part of it. It's not an islandy kind of an album, but yet the feeling of that kind of laid back, sunny, happy feeling, I think is there in the music.
So once it comes out, you wouldn't be upset if I decided to listen to it while I was in the pool with a pina colada, though.
I think that's how you should listen to it.
Perfect. Done. It's a date. So the first single and Can't Say No to You. I was watching the video before I was talking to you and also just kind of like laid back and tell me about the song.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the first ones we wrote, and it was just one of those things that we had this strange sound that Dave had on this guitar device, and that became sort of the sound of the record. That if you hear it in the intro all throughout the record, and I was playing this piano pattern that just repeats itself, and we did that together, and then I started singing the melody, so it all just came together like that. And then we brought in a bunch of local people, some of the people who work at his house, and God, all kinds of people, and did the communal thing on the end.
Yeah. I find that we went through a phase with music videos where everyone was doing this concept thing. And I know in the 80s it was like a whole story, but now it just seems to be like, this is us. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. That's what people want to see. That's a lot like Live from Daryl's House, right?
Yeah, I try to make it like a lot like LFDH, and yeah, we were just having fun. It's a really casual video, and I think that it depicts the song well. I mean, the song is, I guess, it has sort of a casual sound.
I need to know though, who is it in your life that you can't say no to?
You wouldn't want to know.
I actually think I might, but I mean, I think about my relationship with my husband, for example, and after being married for 2 decades, how to ask for the things that you want, you can get your answer a certain way.
Well, the person that I probably was the main character in this was a very difficult person, no longer
Okay.
with us. And so I'll just say that.
Okay. Excellent. So you're hitting the road. I know you've got a couple of dates around here. I'm in Providence, so we've got Mohegan Sun coming up. You've got a show in Boston, and we can get to see you there. But the tour, as it stands now, what are you most excited about?
Uh, just the tour itself. I'm excited about the fact that we're co-billing. I'm co-billing with Elvis Costello, and that's a great combination. I think. I mean, what a great songwriter is he. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Just to getting out there, playing some new songs. Can't forget that. And that's a really good thing. And I don't know, just do what I do.
Is there anything that you remember from touring back in the day that you say, okay, we're not doing that this time? Are you more relaxed about how you do it? Less sound checks, more sound checks? What it is, what's different, if anything?
I don't do sound checks myself.
Okay, there you go.
I let my band members do that, and sometimes that's not such a great idea, but that's the way I like to do it. And I don't know, man. I mean, the way I tour is very different than the way I toured when I was a kid. It's really business. A lot of spending. I say a lot of being in boxes. You go from a hotel box to a car box to a theater box to an airplane box.
Do you get a chance to visit the cities that you're in each time? Do you go and explore or no? You're stay in the box.
Usually stay in the box.
Yeah, you'll save the visiting for another time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have visited so many places over the years. I've been doing this for how long, and
Right.
so I don't really need to see any. There's very little that's new out there for me, and especially in America.
Right. So when you are picking the order of songs on the tour, does that change every night or you kind of keep it the same?
Right now, I'm going to put a set together. You sort of have to do that because of lighting and things like that. Uh, as the tour progresses, it may morph and change. That's usually the way it works.
Yeah. I imagine that's like with an album too. You kind of pick how you want people to listen to it. That still holds true for some artists like you.
Oh yeah, the album is very conceptual, and the order is really important because it's kind of a journey. The album itself, lyrically and emotionally. So yeah, that's an important thing.
So here you are at the age of blah blah blah. Are you are you finding that you are going to continue to do this, or there's an end where you're like, okay, I'm going to hit 80 and forget it?
No, man, age. It's the old cliche. Age is just a number. I'll do it. A bird's got to sing. That's the best way I could put it. I have no. If I wasn't singing, what would I be doing? Put a
Right.
piece of tape across my mouth?
Yeah. I feel that way about doing my radio show, like why would I stop doing it? I love it, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
And as
Uh,
long as they'll have me, I'll stay. Well,
yeah,
I have to say that it's an honor to talk to you once again and to see you. You Make My Dreams is definitely in my top 10 favorite songs of all time. It just makes me feel good. So thank you for that.
oh, thank you for feeling that way.
All right. Well, have fun on the tour. I hope I get a chance to come see you.
Sure, come backstage.
And good luck with the album. Oh, wait. Did that just go on the record? Come backstage? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Daryl.
Okay, see
Nice to
ya.
talk to you.
Bye bye.
Bye.